I'm on live.
What did you say?
I'm live.
Oh,
What's up, GBR? You were first. Lugnut. Good afternoon. Curtis. What's happening? What's happening? Not much, Brian. Just in the middle of a 12-hour break. Can't sleep anymore. And, DOT has to tell you when you can and can't sleep. How you doing, Justin? Ian, what's happening? Thought I would pop in here, sitting around or laying around like a zombie, going, "Come on, man! Is it 10 o'clock yet?" I'm freaking somewhere off of. Did I make it to I-80? Somewhere off I-80, heading to Utah. Yeah, I'm in Nebraska. Um, in Nebraska, heading to Utah. Here in Bennington, heading to Lubbock, Texas in the morning. Oh, nice, man. You're staying south. That's a good deal. When I get to Utah, after I drop this load, I gotta run over to Prime Terminal over there in Salt Lake and grab some anti-gel because the stuff is just too expensive on the road. Um, I bought one but didn't need to use it, so I'm gonna take that sucker back. But we're supposed to start getting snow, and if it's going to be anything like last year, I'll be running up and down the 80 all winter long. Hopefully not. Hopefully they'll start sending me on a southern route. I'd really like that. You're in Utah now, grab a load tomorrow and heading to Houston. Nice, man. You're going south too. You're going south too. That's weird. It's like what happens when the weather starts hitting? They're like, "Oh, David's out there. Let's keep him up north in the let's keep him up on I-80." I know it's supposed to start snowing. Well, right now they're having high winds in Wyoming. I got a weather alert, and I'm like, I'm not driving through there right now. I'll be driving through there at freaking midnight, 1 in the morning, maybe 2 in the morning. Um, no, maybe 3 in the morning. Winds are usually not bad in the middle of the night or in the early AM. But I don't know. Went to bed without dinner today. Maybe that's why I can't sleep. I don't know. No, GBR. No, thank you. You can take it. I want to thank you for taking it. I'd rather be down south in the heat. Um, the temperatures are getting colder and colder up here. Now I'm starting to hit the ice warnings on the dash, which I don't want, don't need, don't care to have. What's up, Rod? How you doing? Hey now, huh? It's a Howard Stern saying, "Hey now." He used to always say that back when Sirius was affordable. It's going good, Sean. How are you, man? Just killing some time. Killing some time. It sucks because I was at the TA about a week ago and they had this light about yay wide that was rechargeable. You didn't have to put batteries in it. And I told Melissa, I'm going to buy that. That when I do YouTube and from the truck with the curtains closed, I can put the light up and it will look like a better picture because I can see how grainy I am because of the low light in here. You're good, Sean? That's good, man. Rob. Well, Mr. David, I have 70 days till I can go to Prime. That's when my apartment lease is up. All right, well, I mean, what do you need to wait for your apartment lease to be up? You can go and just let your lease do its thing and go back and take care of it. So John did. What's up, Bones? You're in Amarillo, Texas. This whole city smells like cow poop. Okay, in Amarillo, if you Google Mexican store, it's right there in Amarillo. It's about 2 miles off the freeway. I can't remember what exit it is. But if you like menudo or some tamales, there's enough room to get a couple trucks in their parking lot. And I've only ever been there one time where there was another truck there. But man, you hit that place up, it's a quick 10-minute, 15-minute detour off the 40 there, and you can get some good menudo, man. Although today's not the weekend, is it? It's Friday. But I don't know, maybe they make it all week long. I'm gonna have to call and ask them. But they've got Mexican food in there that's pretty darn good. It's a grocery store. It's just a little grocery store, and you go in and they got a Mexican eatery there. Listen to the message on your Sirius radio. I think they give you a website to visit. You can and might be eligible for 3 free months or satellite radio without paying $1. Yeah, but you know, 3 free months is only going to make me want to pay for it. That's why they give it, and then I'll be spending that much more money a week or a month or a week, because Prime charges everything weekly. But yeah, you should check that place out. It's pretty good. Every time I'm going through Amarillo, I'm either on too tight of a load or it's in the middle of the damn night, which is probably good because traffic would be crappy there, I'm sure, in the middle of the day. I was seeing it's late in the day now, but I'm sure they're still open. I forget because, you know, you wake up and you always assume it's morning. It's a business expense, though. Yeah, it is, but you know, it's. I was just explaining to somebody about how just because something's a business expense or a tax write-off doesn't mean you should spend it. That's one of those things that I just can't do. When I was solo, I was thinking about doing that, but now that Melissa's on the truck, it's, you know, she can dance like a clown for me and entertain me if need be. You go to the Big Tex and the steakhouse in Amarillo. Is there steaks any good? Yeah, Sean, you do. Do you get Howard Stern though? He's what makes that damn thing cost so much. They did. Heading to Vernon, California from Carson, California. The traffic sucks out here. Oh yeah, yeah, Nick. That traffic's gonna kill you, man. You're gonna eat that. Your clock's gonna just disappear. You're gonna be like, what the hell? Where'd my clock go? Thought I had time. Top-notch steaks, I get the prime rib. Okay. I'll have to try that. I was telling Melissa we need to go through there. We need to go through there at some point. What's up, Tom? How you doing, man? How you doing? You only listen to a few stations? I don't know. I bet you he's an extra charge. Next time you're in there, try to turn him on. I bet you he's an extra charge because when I had Sirius, it was about $100 a month, I think. Wasn't that right, Melissa?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was about $100 a month, and that was to have him on the station. Anyone else have to drive westbound through that wind up in Annie yesterday and day before? I didn't. Oh, in the Northeast. Oh yeah, I heard that's what you're talking, the Northeast. Yeah, I was talking to Christopher Latimer, I think his name is on here, and yeah, it is. Yeah, and he said there was some wind, man. Trees were coming down and everything. It was like crazy. Brian, my fleet manager, said that he's got 5 openings on that board and he filled them all while it's in testing. And I'd like to see it test first, man, because one of the things he says is he's got some guys that keep shooting themselves in the foot because all they're doing is taking the most expensive, best paying loads. And a good paying load is usually going to take you to a crappy area to get reloaded. And these guys are doing that. They're running out there and then they can't, they have to wait around for a reload, which made that really good paying load just a paying load. Rather than them looking at all the aspects of it. So, I don't know, man. I don't even really care to get on that board as of right now yet. You might want to say, just too inexperienced to be picking my loads, maybe. Don't know the freight lanes all that well. Last year, all I did was concentrate on driving, learning how to drive, learning this, learning that. I really didn't pay attention too much. Like a lot of times you guys ask where I am, and I don't know. I'm like, you know what? Hell, I don't know. And because of that, where was that good paying load at? Where did I sit around for 2 days waiting for a load because I couldn't get reloaded? There's a lot of that. So this year I'm starting to pay attention more. Well, at least since I've been leased, I'm trying to pay attention more to where these loads are coming out of. And so right now, I'm not going to shoot my own self in the foot. And I'll tell you, so far so good, knock on wood. I've been doing all right with what my dispatcher's been sending me. $100 a month, no way. It's $25 a month for XM. Exactly, and that's why I say it's that Howard Stern gets you. It's windy in PA today. Okay, 40 mile per hour headwind all day yesterday. Oh, headwind coming at you. So you burned a lot of fuel. I was lucky. I was going through Wyoming a couple weeks ago, light, and they were having major winds, but it was pushing me. It was coming. What was it doing? It was coming from the southwest. It was coming from the southwest, so it was hitting me a little bit at an angle, which was helping push me rather than hit me. But when the interstate would turn and it would hit me directly on the side, it got a little squirrely. But for the most part, it was hitting me at my back right rear corner. Blowing hard in New Jersey. Okay. Hey, Richard, how you doing? How's Suede? Hope you guys are doing good. I got to post something on Instagram that hopefully Melissa did get the picture of that made me think of you guys. Actually, Suede's ears might have started burning because I had to make kind mentions about her when this was going on. But I'll get it posted up and you can see what I was talking about. But it's going good, man. It's going good. I mean, I guess as good as it can go. Basic series is $60 a year. Yeah, see, no, but look up Howard Stern's to get Howard Stern. It's freaking, they're nuts, man. Albany to Cleveland, okay. Load board would help me better plan my Tuesday to Tuesday cycles. And help me get home when I actually want to, not several days or a week after date I asked for it. So Eric, where are you at? Because I've never had a problem getting home, ever. If I ask for to get home on a Tuesday, boom, I'm home on a Monday, either Monday or Monday night. Never have I ever missed home time or ever been told, oh man, it's gonna be hard. I even had get stuck in snow one time and I still made it home, because it was that my two fleet managers have always gotten me home. But I do hear, I mean, I guess if you live somewhere goofy that it might be a little harder. I'm going to be moving to Texas, so I don't know what that's going to do. Pay attention. What's up, music trucker? How you doing, man? Pay attention. I'm too damn poor to pay attention. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I got a notepad. I got to start making notes in it because that will help with the memory. I'm a rookie and I drove through Nebraska and Wyoming the past 2 days. I hate these winds. I crap my pants every time a gust pushes my cab. Yeah, ain't that a goofy feeling that you're driving, especially when it's a sustained like 45 or so, and you're driving down the road and your cab is at an angle and the trailer straight up and down. You're like, what the heck, man? What kind of goofiness is this? And then a gust hits you and you're like, oh, I'm gonna die. My package for XM is supposed to be $16 a month, and I negotiated a lower price, so I didn't cancel it. So they give it to me for $5.99. Okay. Yeah, I heard they'll do that. I got the Howard Stern channel and Sports channel and able to listen over the internet. All right. Yeah, this was when I was buying this. This was back in, what do we got? About 6 years ago. What's up, Frank? How you doing, man? Hello from Ontario, California. How are you, David? I'm doing good. I was wondering, so far, what's the big difference money-wise from company driver to lease operator? $200-300. $200-300. To be honest, I'm getting ready to look into it. First week lease, you get a lease sign-on bonus of $300. My first week lease, that's all I made was $241 because I got the $300 sign-on bonus, and then they took like $40-some or $60-some out for whatever that week, and then it slowly got better from there. I would say the first 3 weeks I was leased kind of sucked, but after that, yeah, I would say $200 to $400 a week maybe. Now, having said that, that doesn't include the money I'm taking out for an e-fund. That would make it more per week, but I don't count that because if something happened and I needed to use it, I don't want to feel like I spent my actual money, I guess. But so it's a little more than that if you don't take an e-fund. But if you don't pull an e-fund, you're living dangerously, man. Hi, Debbie. How you doing? I seen you on the road the other day. I was like 2 trucks behind you. I was driving, so I couldn't snap a picture, but I was going to snap you a picture and send it to you. All I could see over the traffic was Little Debbie. In the Springfield, cool. Hey, Swade. Hey, David and Melissa. Hello, everyone, she says. Smells like Melissa's making toast. I don't know what she's up for. We're only about halfway through a 12-hour break. Yes, I'm doing 12 hours because I don't need to. If I do a 10-hour, I'm only going to sit tomorrow a lot longer. As of now, I'll probably sit 2-3 hours before I can drive because I'm going to start on recaps tomorrow. Tomorrow. I've got my time. I got my time for the day. I'm not getting nothing back tonight, and I'll have like 2 hours to start with tomorrow, and my clock's going to start about 8 o'clock tomorrow night, so I'll have to wait till midnight, and then I'll have about 300 miles to drive it into the 90, which is don't deliver till midnight the next night, I guess is how you'd say it. Yeah. One would think Springfield would be easy. Yeah, Springfield was easy. You're right. Maybe that's why I would get home a lot, but or anytime I wanted to. Now I see what the Springfield was. Because yeah, you can take a load. You can take a load in there, no problem. So yeah, that could be why. That could have been why. But that's kind of why I kind of picked company and so on and so forth. But I no longer live in Springfield, or Greenfield is where I actually lived, which was 30 miles from Springfield. It was just a little 5,000 person, or no, 1,200 person, peanut gallery back there, 1,200 person town. But as of right now, I don't have a residence. So What is, I mean, what does that mean? I can't ever seem to get home. My home time is 2 months late. Wow, Greg, that ain't even cool. Have you asked them why that is? And have you hit snow yet, Greg? I know you're waiting for it and you can't wait to chain up. But ask, I mean, why do they say that? See, that right there would give you a bad taste of a company and pretty much make me quit. If I wanted to go home and it took them 2 extra months to get me home, I'd be like, I'm going to go work for this company over here that is closer to my house or whatever. But that's kind of a thing too. That's why they quit hiring out of Florida, because they couldn't get people home because there's just not enough freight moving over there. You don't have Howard Stern, Sean? Okay. What's an e-fund, Rob? You put money away each week into, like Prime holds it for you into like your own little account, and it's your money. But like right now, I've got like maybe $2,700 into it, and I've saved that over 2 months or 2 months, 2 weeks, whatever it's been, and I can ask for that money at any time. So let's say I want to go home for a week. Well, hey, you know what? Let me have $1,500 at my e-fund. There's my truck payment. There's some money to play with, and it doesn't hurt me at all. Say the truck broke down and it's down for 3-4 days. Well, yeah, I'm getting breakdown pay, but I still need an income, so I take a couple $100 out of that and I got an income. It's an emergency fund. The only thing that didn't sit right with me during the ACE 2 class was my fleet manager was talking how that's your money. You can take it anytime you want, as little or as much as you want, for any reason you want. Then he said, except if you have a big balance that you owe on your truck for repairs, something went wrong, you didn't work for a couple weeks, and you owe them a pot of money, except then. Now, one would say, let me see if I can get some light in here. One would say, no, you know what? I wonder if I pop it open over here. I'm so beautiful now. One would say that, okay, that's fair. If you owe them a ton of money, they should be able to take it out of your e-fund. No. And I'm going to tell you why right now. If that money is your money and they're just holding it for you, and you can take it any time, I should be able to get that money from them. You know what? I owe you guys $15,000 and I'm quitting because this sucks or whatever. I should be able to take that money as mine. So, I guess what I'm saying is, if you're the type of person to get yourself in trouble, and you tend to walk away from things like that, you might want to, instead of doing an e-fund, do a bank, an extra savings account. But savings accounts are easy to bust into. I've got a savings account and the e-fund just in case. I just listened to Radio Martinez on XM. It's a Cuban channel. Okay, Greg, cool. What's up, Victor? How you doing, man? GBR says, I might leave Prime. A local grocery chain is desperate for drivers. My brother's neighbor is trying to recruit me. He makes over $120K a year and home every day. Bullshit. Just gonna say that, GBR. Bullshit. Make him show you his statements and then find out exactly what he's doing to make that money. I mean, you're going to tell me you're going to go work for a grocery store and make $120K a year and you're home every day? No. This is the kind of stuff that plays on the internet constantly, is the guys with these outrageous, I'm making $45,000 a day and I only drive an hour and a half statements. And every single time I say, well, you know what, put it on the glass. Let's see it. Never, not one time. Not one time. But if you're gonna leave Prime, man, if you haven't been here a year, be prepared to pay, and make sure you know how much it's gonna be. I know when I went through the thing, it was $4,900 if you left within the year. Somebody, again, I don't know this for a fact. Somebody said it's up to 7,000. I can't believe it would have went that high, but you know, Prime. That's why Prime is so hard to get into, is because they want people to stay at least that year. You know, so they don't have to sit and go after them. Okay, I got that. My truck will. Okay, I got that. My truck will be a team truck starting next month, though, so hoping that will be worth it on the income side. Oh, yeah, Eric, team drivers make the money, man. You just got to be able to put up with somebody in your truck all the time. Now, I've got Melissa. It's easy to put up with her. She's my wife. She's squishy. But, you know, two dudes running around on a truck, man, there ain't no squishy. That can be a little, I will take one of those jobs. Greg just needs 6 months OTR, and it's the Cleveland area. Yeah, Craig will take one of those jobs. Yeah, I'll take one too. Hell yeah. I'll move to Ohio for $120K a year, home every day. Is it a 9 to 5 job? I mean, what are we looking at? Are we looking at 14-hour days and you drive for 2 hours and you're loading and unloading trucks the rest of the time? What are we looking at? What's the details? The devil's in the details, but GBR. And don't take this the wrong way. I'm 99% sure it's BS. And, you know, I've just seen it too many times, man. I make $5,000 a week one time. Or that's some kind of a gross thing. You know what? As a lease operator, I'll gross that. I ain't taking near that home, you know. But you know, you got to watch out, man. People throwing numbers around like that, unless they're going to show you. Don't believe it. It's like me, when I do my paycheck videos, you guys can believe me or not believe me. Am I going to whip a statement out and show it? Nah, that's kind of, I just don't know what's on that statement that could hurt me if somebody wants to, so I'm afraid to. Six months experience, you're going to make $120K a year. What's up, AG Holler? What's happening, man? But I think a newer driver like me won't make that much right off the bat. He's been there over 10 years. I still call it BS. Depending on, okay, what's a new driver make? They're going to make $25,000 a year, $15,000. You'll see, man. You're going to be disappointed when you actually see the numbers. And have him show you his numbers. I guarantee you he ain't making that. Nope. Cleveland won't work for you, huh, Greg? What is going on? Why do I keep screwing up my picture here? Frank, thanks. Good to know. Tacos on me next time you park over at the TA on Milliken here in Ontario. Wish you the best of luck for you and precious cargo. Thanks, man. Thank you. Yeah, that TA over there. Yeah, I don't know where there's good tacos near that TA. I wonder if there's a taco truck somewhere around there. Like walking distance. You're welcome, Rob. Micah, is that how you say your name? Micah Ferguson? GBR, are you talking about USF? Giant Eagle. Okay, he's talking about Giant Eagle. Damn, I wish I had my phone. Where's Melissa? I'd Google that shit right now. I wish I had my phone. Where are they based out of? Cleveland. Okay, cool. Local RTR. What's up, Luke? How you doing? If you're talking about me, I'm OTR. If you're talking about that job, you said it was a local home every night. They rub your shoulders before you go home, and then they salt it up and hit you sideways with it. Sells out Lordstrom, Ohio. Will the workers follow? UAW sells out Lordstrom. What's up, dads? How you doing, man? I know nothing about what you speak of there, sir. RVT makes $8 a mile and he gets paid for sleeping. Yeah, and I've got the freaking tooth fairy living under my pillow and pixie dust that's hanging out over the, over Melissa's head. $8 a mile and he gets paid. The guy's got what, 2.5 years, maybe 3 years experience, and he's making more than man, see that I just lose more and more respect for him. That right there just killed it. I bet you he ain't gonna put that on the glass. Now I know why all these guys are attacking him if he's coming up with that BS. I hope you guys don't fall for all this. These guys making $1 zillion a day. No, it's true. I worked at U.S. Foods, and it's guys that do make $100K, but you need seniority. Yeah, they told you that. Have you ever seen their tax returns? And again, are they like lease operating? Or they, because if they're 1099, yeah, they'll make $100K. Hey, Kiana, how you doing? How's your job doing, Kiana? You hitting the $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 a week mark yet? I'm sorry, guys. I don't mean to be like that, and don't take it personally. But when I've looked into leasing, and I looked into trucking, and I looked into everything I've looked into, I've always proven, for the most part, for it to be BS. And the people telling me the numbers don't mean to BS you. They're just not telling you the numbers they're giving you, or not telling you, yeah, this was my best week ever, so on and so forth. But, I've only seen one guy on the internet that broke down his year income and did it the way I think it should have been done, as far as this is what I made for the year, this is what I made weekly, this also included me taking X amount of time off, this is what I grossed, this is what I netted, this is what I took home, type deal. Shut up, Kiana. Hog Rider, how you doing? They wouldn't be desperate for drivers at 100 Exactly. They're so desperate they want to pay more than anywhere. Shut up, Greg. Shut up, Kiana, again. Commissions, not hourly. Doubt it if you want, not lease. Doubt it if you want. Not lease. Day cabs, long days, 1 day off a week, makes bank. His house is badass in a badass neighborhood, and his wife doesn't even work. Oh, man. I do. GVR 100%. I call BS on it. I mean, like I said, man, until somebody's going to whip out their tax return and show me their tax return, I call a liar, okay? I was an appliance repair guy, made good money. I worked in an area that there were $1 million homes, okay? Wives didn't work. Wives were freaking soccer moms, okay? I'd go into these houses, they had minimal furniture. There's stacks of bills everywhere. Freaking cars are being repossessed. No one knows this because it all happens internally, where the fake outside isn't be seen. No one sees this. But I'd be going into their houses, and I ain't BSing, man. It was a lot of people. I'd go into these houses, and I'd call Melissa, tell her I'm going to my next call. I was like, damn, man, they had no furniture in this one either. Or they would have their entryway all done up, but you go in their kitchen, there's nothing in there. Their bedrooms are freaking blank. People are weird. Hey, Travis, hey, man, I haven't heard from you in like 1.5 billion years, dude. What's up, man? The easiest way to do this, man, is 417-599-0737. If you ever driving and bored, man, hit me up. Anyone who wants to crank call me, don't do it. Darty37, is that how you say your name, Darty? How you doing from the UK? What's up, man? The United Kingdom. Work cut everyone's hours, so down to 16 hours a week at $11 an hour. Come on, $1,100 an hour, right? What's up, big dog? Hey, man, I haven't seen you in a little stint. What's happening, man? What's happening? I'm sure you heard my number too. And you too, Hog Rider. Now you got my number. U.S. foods don't pay, huh? I doubt everything till I have solid proof. Yes, Kiana, 100%. I unfortunately trust people first, except when it comes to their paycheck. I don't know why. Everybody adds a zero to everything they make. I don't know why. CFI, man. CFI. Prime has you guys brainwashed. Okay, Mike, let's listen to this. Prime has you guys brainwashed. I was once there. You can make more locally than being on the road. Open up your eyes. Micah, last year I was coming up to a year with Prime. I searched out local jobs. Not one of them paid crap. Now, this was in Missouri. What it pays somewhere else is probably going to be better. It's probably going to be better. But damn super truckers blocking the damn way for this guy to get out. But your cost of living is going to be higher. So Prime doesn't have anybody brainwashed. Prime doesn't tell anybody that, we're the hot dog. They just say, hey man, you want to work for us, you're going to have to do, this is what you got to do to work for us. I'm sure there's better paying jobs out there, but they're not like everyone says. You got inspected. Hopefully you passed it and they made $100. Yeah, Greg, it's just something you got to clean. Greg says, I don't know why people want furniture. It's totally overrated. Yep. All you need is a bed, man. Just think, Walmart pays $87 a year for company drivers. You really think they're the highest paying job out there, or just the only one that advertises on radio because they're all so desperate? Hog Rider, can I make $87,000 a year at Walmart? And what do I have to do to get in there? What's up, Frosty? How you doing, man? I'll just prank call you 6 or 7 times a day just for fun. You already have my phone number, so if you were going to prank call me, you already would have. Hog Rider, it's area code 417-599-0737. Caleb, I'm getting ready to join Prime CDL program. Is it a good job? Caleb, I think so. Every job has its goods and its bads. I guess when you talk to your recruiter, I think the number one thing, if you're going to be into going home all the time, is ask them what is in your area to get you home. Because I haven't heard of this before with Prime, but it's because I think Kiana would get home no problem too. Greg says he has a hard time getting home. And I apologize, I can't remember who else said they were taking 2 months to get home. So I would definitely ask about how you're going to get home. What's it going to be like? Hey, Rash, how you doing, man? I'm good. Melissa's good. She made some toast, which is making me hungry. Not to start a fire. Uh-oh. Here we go. But Giant Eagle pays average $24 an hour. Look it up. Why does my lens look greasy? It's the lotion, man. It's the light in here is just not cooperating with me, and it keeps I see what you're talking about because it clears up and then it goes bleh. See, like, yeah, okay, if I stay here, I'm good, man. I'm good. I just can't reach. Maybe I'll try to stay back a little more. Maybe adjust some light. Yeah, I got to get a light bar in here. I seen one at TA. I got to stop at a TA and grab it. It was like $20. It was LED. It was about that big, rechargeable. It has the batteries and everything. Good, Travis. That's cool, man. Big Dog Local, you also have experience of home upkeep if you own. Yeah, and I mean, if you're working local and you're working 14 hours a day and you got an hour commute each way, that's 16 hours. Then you go home, you got to beat the wife, slap the kids, kick the dog. By the time you do that and play around your house a little bit, you got to go back to work, and you know what? You didn't sleep. So sometimes some of these jobs, just you got to watch out. You got to look into them really good. Oh, expense. It's 3 years. Okay. I assume he's saying 3 years experience, or he's been there 3 years, or takes 3 years. Caleb, it's a great company. Okay. 0307. If you're asking me, no, it's 0737. In the UK, we are 25,000 LGV truck driver short. So drivers have the uphand, and companies are starting to feel the pressure with seasonal coming up on us, and drivers' pay is going up in work. Good. That's good, man. That is real good. Who says you haven't? Is that all that heavy breathing that I get when freaking I pick up the phone? Walmart requires 30 months experience in past 36 months. Okay. Caleb, are you a veteran? I haven't taken much home time since coming here. I've never not once had a problem getting home. Okay, that's good to hear. Where do you Okay, whatever it is, they hung up. Man, I hope that isn't someone that just tried prank calling me. Walmart is one of the better jobs out there. Okay. Exactly, Frosty. He says, hey, if you don't like Prime, don't work here. More loads for the rest of us. Exactly. Don't do something you don't want to do. You know, it's if you're not happy here, there's plenty of other jobs, and you know, they all pay better. You know, they all pay better wages, and you get home every day and off on the weekends. Some of them. Hey Dave, I have a question regarding TA. Okay, hit me up. Thanks so much. I know there is a McCain's about 50 miles from my house. I see Prime trucks all the time. I hope the pay is good. I'll be a company driver until I know the business. Yeah, I mean, I was making pretty decent money. And yeah, McCain's is, yeah, one, you know, it's a good customer. Now, are you in Maine or are you in Washington? Those are the only two McCain's I can think of right now. I could always get home, no problem, but I had a good FM, and I tried not to take too much home time, except towards the end of my career when I screwed up royally. Yeah, girl, you were living at home at that time. Those mattresses, they have the rolled up trucker ones. They are on sale. Are they any good? They look well made. I don't know which ones you're referring to, so I don't know, Roush. I'm going to be buying that $450 mattress, unfortunately, from the Prime store. It's, you know, an 8 or 12-inch mattress. I wish they had one I could throw down and lay on, but they only have a piece of one. But I need a good mattress, man. We need to get sleep, and this mattress we have is just crushed, and, you know, it's already dead, and it's only, how long have I had this truck for? Since April. The mattress is done. Retired 3 years ago. The money was good, but the lifestyle sucks. Yes, Harold. How you doing, man? Harold. Um, yeah, I kind of like the lifestyle as of right now. I'm sure it's going to get to me, and I'm going to want to go home and things like that. But I also have the wife on the truck. Um, you're not a veteran, okay? Okay. Okay, you're in Maine. All right, yeah, I like that, McCain's, man. You pick up from the left side of the street there, but you can cruise most of the time. You can cruise over to the right side, go back there, and park, and they have a lunchroom there. Cheap, cheap, cheap. I mean, they'll give you a mountain of French fries this tall for like a couple bucks, and you get a hamburger for $1 or $2, a couple $3 maybe. So for like $5, you get enough food to just make you puke. You hear the purple mattresses are great. Yeah, I should probably look into. What's up, Harry? How you doing, man? I should look into other mattresses because that 450 seems expensive. Travis says, I'm having a problem getting to Atlanta when I want this time around. I need to be back tomorrow, and they told me they could, but now it's a problem. There you go. That's what Atlanta is, Georgia. They were having their same thing. They were having a problem in Georgia with not enough stuff there to be hiring out of there. So, yeah, I can see. You got to remember, these states that they're closing off is going to be a problem. That's why they're closing them off. The freight there is just not, the freight versus how many people are there is just not equaling. But I think they started hiring out of Georgia again. But I'm sure they did it prematurely, and they're probably going to close it down again. Never fails, huh, Ken? Every time I try to watch anything on YouTube, dog starts talking. Muzzler, then kick her in the butt. 87K can be made. Okay, cool. That's nice, Caleb. Yeah, see, you shouldn't have a problem getting home there because they might have something closer too, but now you got somewhere to drop the trailer at McCain's, and then you just bobtail home. Purple mattresses are $2,000. Nope, don't need one. Plenty of good mattresses in the dumpster at Prime. Greg, you hillbilly. I'm in Charlotte. I'll dead home if I have to, yeah. Hopefully you don't, man. Hopefully you don't. Truck and hairball. Hey, Mr. David, does Prime have a terminal close to Chicago or Joliet, Illinois? I don't think so. But one of the things that, I mean, you can Google and, Prime terminals. I think they got Pittston, Springfield, Salt Lake, but they have drop yards where you can drop trailers. And also, if people don't know, when you're going to do home time, they'll have you drop the trailer somewhere nearby, and then you can just bobtail home. And then pick up when you go back. At least that's how I understand it, unless they changed anything. Now, having said that, though, if you're near an actual terminal, you're not bobtailing out of there. I was 30 miles from the Springfield terminal. As a company driver, I wasn't allowed to take the truck. I lived too close. You have to be a little ways away. Now, if it's from a customer, obviously you can take the truck because, you're not going to be leaving a car at the customer. Harry says, curious, do you know why your truck froze up last winter, my first winter out here? I'm pretty sure I know why. Is it going to incriminate myself? No, what happened, Harry? Number one, at that time, they didn't let trucks idle at all. If that truck would have idled, it would have been fine. But a series of events came in. Number one, my fuel pump went out on the APU. So I had no heat, essentially, because without the APU, the heater would kick off after a couple of minutes on an error code because it needs the APU, I guess, to keep the fans charging or whatever. So I had no APU, no heat. So I was miserable running around, and it was in the middle of the night. I was stopping at a fuel stop. It was an unknown fuel stop. I was surprised Prime was even using it. And when I rolled in there, it was negative 20 degrees. Okay. As I was filling the truck, I put my anti-gel in, and I started filling the truck. And, of course, I went in and I was talking to them. Oh, I had to go in to get the pumps working because the freaking keypads were frozen. So as I was talking to them, they're like, yeah, if you need DEF, forget about it. That we haven't had, that the DEF's been frozen for 2 weeks. So I pumped the fuel in there, anti-gel, put the fuel in, and at the time didn't think much of it, but I pulled the fuel pump out and it splattered down the side of the truck, and it was freaking gel. I may have put gelled fuel into the truck. I just thought, ooh, that's some nasty looking fuel. That's weird. It froze, is what I thought. And then I went ahead and started the truck, and I only had, an hour and a half or some low hours left on my clock, and there was a parking spot right there. I was like, I'm staying right here. So I pulled up over there, backed in, shut down, would leave the truck running because I knew, you know what? I need heat. It's freezing. It's negative 20 degrees, but the truck kept shutting off. And I finally said, screw it, grabbed my big sleeping bag and went to bed. Well, think about it. That fuel didn't have a big chance to mix with the anti-gel. I did talk to Prime about it, and he said at negative 20, you probably should have also used 911 in there, both of them. So from now on, if it's going to be below zero, I'm going to use 911 and anti-gel, and I will never just shut down after fueling. And if it's going to be super cold like that, negative 20, I'll probably leave the truck running all night. Now, having said that, there was an onslaught of gelled up trucks there the next morning. I mean, guys were literally coming in, stopping, and freaking going out, and their trucks would start and then stall. And the sheriff there, I was talking to him, he said they got trucks all up and down the interstate that gelled up while driving. So negative 20 degrees is, I guess, a bad temperature for trucks gelling up. Now, the reefer did not gel up, and I did not put reefer fuel in. So like I said, I think I put the fuel in already gelled up. When we upgrade and pick up a used truck so we get the used mattress. No, every truck has a new mattress. It will be wrapped in plastic. And if for some reason it's not wrapped in plastic, just go to the detail shop. They'll give you a new mattress. But every truck I've ever gotten has had a brand new mattress in it in the plastic still. Top and bottom bunk, both. Springfield, Missouri. Yes, Springfield, Missouri. I believe there is a drop yard north of O'Hare. There probably is. I could Google it, but I'm on my phone, so I can't. But yeah, they have drop yards all over and customers everywhere. And if you can drop trailers at customers. My trainer lives in Jacksonville, and they have him drop his trailer at Budweiser when he goes home. Yeah, there you go. Stefan, I forget where Stefan lives. He lives in like Michigan or Minnesota, I think, and he drops his trailer at a customer. Highway Junkie, formerly, I can't say it. Maybe that's why you changed to Highway Junkie. I live near Cleveland, Ohio, and Prime tells me I can take the truck home for home time. I'm not at Prime yet, so can't prove this for sure. Yeah, they will. You can, but they'll have you drop the trailer somewhere. Because, I mean, unless you can get a truck and trailer in your house, then they might have you take the trailer home. But usually people can't get a trailer down their streets and stuff, so you'll drop the trailer at a nearby drop yard. I live in Cleveland too. There are places you can drop your trailer if you want. Can take truck home. Yeah, cool. And you're having a problem getting home, GBR? Were you the one that's taking 2 months to get home? By the way, 24, he is 104K a year. By the way, 24, he has 104K a year. 24. You know what, GBR? I'm sorry, man. I don't know what you're talking about. But is he 24 years old and he's making 104K a year? There's a drop yard, North Canton Green something. Okay, facepalm. Mom or dad put the ladder for the attic in the attic, and I need to get up there to sew. The hell is there a sewing machine up in the attic for? Don't worry about bed bugs. When it is under 30 degrees, they rarely bite. Oh, cool. You get home whenever you request it. That's good to know, man. That's good to know. Man, I feel like I'm being bit by bed bugs on my legs, but it's not. I got a new pair of the hell are they called? I can't think of what they're called, but they're socks. Oh, compression socks. And they're making my legs itch. I think they're pulling hairs out or something because they're a little tighter than the old ones. But I assume if I had bed bugs, they'd be everywhere. Got my mirror here. Looks like, there we go. There's a little goofed up there. Got to remember when you wake up, man. If you fill up in the south during the winter, make sure you put anti-gel in your tanks. Absolutely, trucking. I even put it in the north if it's going to be below like 25. Even though they're fuels treated, I don't trust it, man. I just don't. I'm not. That was $1,300. Bottle of anti-gel from Prime is $5. Now, I'm taking this back because I didn't use it, but I bought this because I was in Denver and it was freezing and I didn't know what the hell I was going to run into. But we left Denver and the temperatures went up. I used there was a Prime driver there who gave me a bottle of Prime anti-gel, so I bought that just in case I ran into anything up here. And I haven't, but they charged me $23 for that bottle. I seen it for $15.99 at a mom and pop truck stop. But yeah, I'm gonna take it back to Pilot. Because the attic is an old observatory room and it's been converted to mom's sewing room. Okay, makes sense. What can I do to make my time sleeping in the upper bunk less painful? Number one, I hope you're not moving when you're sleeping up there. There's really nothing you can do. I mean, put down a thick blanket underneath you, but it wasn't too bad for me up there, other than when we were moving and we'd hit bumps. I'd bounce and smash my head into the window and, almost fall off when he'd slam the brakes on and things like that. Are company drivers responsible for fuel when we bobtail home? Just curious. I don't know, Caleb. Something tells me I don't think so. I don't think so. No one I ever talked to at Prime has ever said they've paid. Well, there's a couple on here probably that are company and they're bobtailing home. Do you got the answer? You're a PSD. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's really nothing you can do. They won't give you an extra mattress. All right, Travis, you have a good one, man. Be good. And yeah, hit me up anytime you want, man. The little napkin they include for mattress is rough. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like a little Yeah, anybody here, company and bobtail home, do they charge you for fuel? I wonder if they, yeah, I don't know, man. Something tells me they don't. Buy an egg crate to put on the top bunk. That's a good idea, LT. How you doing, by the way? You can get one from Walmart. I didn't even think about that. You can get one of those from Walmart. I know a lot of people do that, and they put it on their bottom bunk too. Okay, Harry says he takes the, I guess, the truck and trailer home, and he does not pay for fuel. So yeah, anyone bobtail home? Do you need I think you're asking, Mark, if you need a trip number for fuel. You do, but I do think you can get fuel without a trip number. It's just a limited amount. Truckin' Hairball says, Mr. David, like your channel, keep the rubber side down and out of the ditch. Yeah, thank you, Truckin'. Thank you for both that. GBR says $24 an hour, 14 hours a day, 6 days a week, works out to $104K a year. Imagine how much you could make if you got raises regularly and were with that company for almost 15 years. So you're pretty much OTR. 14 hours a day. Unless you live next door to that company, you got commute time there. You've got, you're spending a lot more money because now you're home and, you got to drive your car back and forth to work. And again, you're 6 days a week. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, again, show me a tax return. Show me a couple pay stubs. I want to see like 2 or 3 in a row, not January. This one's from March. This one's from, because these are my most expensive paychecks. And no one's going to do that. I understand it's no one's business what they're, what's on there. But if they're going to run around saying how much they're making, they should be ready to see it. What's up, Josh? How you doing, man? Hey, Josh, is bread vegan? And if it's not, and that's a stupid question, I apologize. But I don't think there's any animal in bread. Oh, you know what? Don't they have to put egg in it? Yeah, I guess it's not. As it says in the movie Frozen, let it go. I watch all of your videos that I can, especially getting ready to join the company. Your content is very informative. Thanks so much. Oh, thank you, Caleb. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I was just going to say, Melissa just had bread with probably Parmesan on it. She likes doing that. Bread, butter, and Parmesan. But man, I have a long drive tonight ahead of me, man. I wish I could freaking get some sleep. Again, this is where I say thank you, DOT, for telling me when I can and can't sleep, and when I can and can't drive. So this way I can drive tired because my body says it's not time to sleep. Dippers and hot sauce, right on. I like that idea. They have vegan bread. You a vegan hog rider? Is that how you know this? I wonder. Yeah, I don't know, man. Not sure of all the ingredients that goes in there. Todd Davison says, hey, David, do you get 10-hour breaks after every shift? You drive just trying to figure it out. Yeah, once you regulations, you have to take a 10-hour break after either 14 hours of on duty or 11-hour drive. And yeah, usually you run your shifts out. There's been times where you run a couple hours. Obviously, you're not going to take a 10-hour break. You wait around, grab another load, run 4, 5, 6 hours, whatever you got left, and so on and so forth. But yeah, essentially you need a 10-hour break after every load, or you can do an 8-2 split, which, yeah, you only do that when you have to. I'm finally moving forward with getting ready for OTR again. Up to now, it's been all talk. Been in hospital part of the month. Oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks. I hope everything's okay. Plant-based bread, okay. I hear you, David. I have 7 minutes left on my 70-hour clock waiting to get my recap back so I can start driving to the 90 in Idaho. Yeah, and Harry, imagine if it was getting ready to start snowing in like 3 or 4 hours. You're like anxious as hell. It's like, come on, man. I want to get through this nonsense before the weather hits. Or wind's going to be hitting. We should be able to drive when we're able to drive. Having said that, we still have to be regulated. Obviously, you can't drive 24 hours a day. But I should be able, if I drive 2 hours and say I'm tired, I need to sleep 2-3 hours, I should be able to sleep 2-3 hours without that affecting that 10-hour or 11-hour drive clock. And my 14 should stop. When I go into sleeper berth, I think everything should stop. Time should stop. And then I drive 3, 4, 5 more hours. Clock runs, you stop, everything stops. My opinion only. But who am I? I'm a dummy. I've got to get out of here. I'll see you next time around. All right, Caleb, you have a good one, man. Good. Everything's good, Big Dog. That's good, man. I'm parked in Wyoming. Crazy windy again. Gust up to 60. Yeah, I was just reading that when I woke up a minute ago. I had a wind warning. I'll be driving through Wyoming tonight or early morning. Probably early morning. I'm about 130 miles from North Platte, Nebraska. East of it. That's my fuel stop. Cool, Caleb. So I'll be hitting up, which is nice. I like when I'm like, 100, 200 miles from a fuel stop when I start my day. It gives me the opportunity of doing a 30-minute break there while getting fuel, or it breaks up the drive a little bit, lets me get out of the truck and stretch to where it's making the decision for me. Because a lot of times if I have to decide, it's like, oh man, I just want to get there. Unless it comes to being tired. Last night I did a 30-minute break, and then 3, 4, 5 hours later, whatever it was, I pulled over and slept for 45 minutes before I finished my run. Because the night before I didn't sleep, and I'm not going to drive falling asleep, but I have plenty of time to do so that made it easy to make those choices. When's the next paycheck video, David? We want to see those big, please, checks. It's coming soon. I just got to get Melissa to pull some numbers out of my off the website. Okay, that makes a little more sense. Where I work now, they don't do that. I don't get my load assignments until 4 or 5 each evening. Sometimes dispatch will say I need to leave at 2 a.m. I'm local now. Okay. Yeah, that would cause that. Yeah, your lease checks. I know what you mean, man. There was a detour at X8 westbound in Nebraska just before the Wyoming line. Takes you out of route for a few miles. Okay, thanks. And that's going west, I take it. When are the gusts too bad where you would consider shutting down? We drove through some 50s today. I'm no longer answering those questions, Frosty. The gusts are too bad when you decide they're too bad. I've been advised on answering those, and it makes sense, so I'm not answering those questions. Just like you can't ask your fleet manager, because they'll be like, don't know, man, I don't know your driving ability. But I will tell you this, if you ask somebody, is this wind too strong? And they tell you, I'm not answering that for you. Obviously, they would drive through it, because I'll tell you what, if I was sitting there, if you asked me that, you said, hey, David, I'm empty and I'm driving through 50-mile-an-hour gusts, is that too bad? I'd be like, whoa, careful, man. And that would kind of clue you in, I would think. But, like I've been told, you can put a truck over in 15-mile-an-hour winds, 20, 30. Depends on the situation. You can get a guy going down the road and gets hit with a 15-mile-an-hour gust, panics, wiggles that wheel too hard, and the truck's now rolling over in a ditch. You were hauling 32K, yeah. I went through Wyoming with 28,000 last time I went through there. I like going through Wyoming heavy. Like this load here, I'm like 44,300. 44,300. It made me weigh, man. I actually stopped at a scale and weighed because it was so damn close. All the math I was doing is like, man, it's close, and it was. It was really close. Do you guys really just drive and not look into other opportunities? Another job I'm looking at is with a tech company working on autopilot trucks down south. They require a year of OTR though. I'm sure, GBR, there's people who just do that and don't look at other opportunities because they love what they do. And I'm sure there's people who get out here and a week later they're freaking looking at every opportunity they can come across. You know, as of right now, I'm not ready to go home. Going home is gonna screw my savings up, and I hope everybody is smart as young men. I hope you guys look into savings and retirement at a young age, so you're not out here like me going, nope, I gotta run out here as cheap as possible because I need to save for retirement. You know, because I never did. I was foolish. David, you drivers with you drive with wives. Wait, drivers with you drivers with wives. I don't understand why you guys don't get together and talk to the wife about broker school and start your own business brokering loads. There is money to be made there. Big dog. Melissa and I have owned a business for 20 years or whatever it was, or 15 years. We were in the industry for, I think, 28 years. I don't know. We owned a business for a lot of years, and we both decided that's why I originally wasn't going to go lease, is we're done with, owning a business and all that nonsense that goes with it. We need a break. Now, that's not to say that 6 months from now, you guys won't see me on here going, hey, man, I just bought a Blockbuster. I'm starting my own business renting VHS tapes. You just don't know. That's good, Josh. That's good. You got to, and it's never too late to start. Some people are like, man, I blew it. I waited too long. I'm not even going to bother. No, just do it. Thanks for all your time you spent on YouTube. Trucking can wear on a driver. Yes, it can, and it is nice to be able to listen to another driver as you're going down the road going, he's miserable than I am. Nanny. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't even think about that, Josh. People with VHS, Blockbuster. What the hell is he talking about? Or how about let's go way far back, Josh. Beta tapes. That's right, Frosty. I think I have something there, man. VHS is an untapped resource in Alaska. Oh shit. Oh man, GBR. Why should I be looking, make great money, and happy here? There you go. That's almost a 8-track. Yep. Hey, Hog Rider, you're OTR, aren't you? Do you drive mostly during the day, or maybe you're local? I'm just curious. When does Walmart put you guys out there to run? Is there like a set schedule or anything like that? And you deliver to the Walmart stores, correct? Like from the distribution centers to the stores? Is it drop and hook, or do you wait around? How does that all? I guess you're being paid by the hour. It doesn't matter whether you're waiting around. And how long are your days, man? That's, I'm just curious. I'm curious, man. Something to look forward to, maybe. Okay, you're regional, so you're basically OTR, but in a certain area, mostly days. Okay, you run mostly days. I was just curious. I always wondered. And are you running to the stores, or are you running? You're running to the stores. Okay. All right. So you're how it gets to the store. Cool, man. So you're driving a truck with all kinds of crap on it. It's funny. Most of the time when I'm picking up a load from somewhere, and it's a dry load, and it's going, and it's from a store, DC, I know I'm taking it to a store. It's drop and hook. Okay. Okay, cool. Oh, man. Man, I really hope I can get back to sleep. I'm just totally wide awake. It's going to suck driving tonight. I think I got 5-6 hours of sleep. Time, yeah, I'm going to start at 10 o'clock tonight. Damn. Around 10-ish. Oh, you know what? If I'm awake, I'm going to start at 8 o'clock tonight when my freaking... time is it? When my 10 comes back. It's only 6:30. When my 10 comes back, and I'll just go stay on the other end and wait there. Go sit in Wyoming for 18 hours. Yeah, guys, like the video. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And
Ring the bell.
I was wondering if she was awake. Yeah, she's awake. I can show you a YouTuber that's a mover, works 6 months a year, nets over 130K a year. He seems pretty happy. 2, just saying, as a prime driver on pace to make 60-70K, I know I can get a better job. Absolutely. And as a mover, you're going to work a lot harder. And there's nothing wrong with that, GBR. Nothing wrong with that. I've busted my ass all my life since I was 16. Okay? Nothing, but you know what? I'm getting on the close to the... How old am I, Melissa?
48.
Oh, damn, I'm getting close to 50, man. This is how I want to roll. I don't want to be loading moving trucks and all that stuff. I don't want to be touching freight if I don't have to. Call me lazy, call me, whatever, but this is where I'm at this time in my life. I'm willing to live a slower paced lifestyle, less money. Before I came trucking, man, you guys would crap at my monthly nut I was hitting, to live, my rent and car payments and all kinds of crap. It was ridiculous. I'm just done doing that. Now it's time for me to slow down a little bit, save for retirement, buy a really inexpensive small piece of property, and with a house on it, obviously, and get ready for that. My main goal out here is to watch my weight, so I stay healthy. And one of the things, since I've been out here, I've been in a lot less pain, man. A lot less pain. Yeah, Josh, I get a thumbs down every video, and a lot of times 4 or 5 nowadays. But that's what they don't know, Josh, is a thumbs down is as good as a thumbs up. All they're looking for is that people are interacting with the video. And a thumbs up, great. Thumbs down means they're still watching it. So, that's why I was worried about giving my phone. I'm like, oh, damn, you know what? Since I've started YouTube, I've gotten a lot more haters now than I did in the beginning. So that's kind of why I stopped giving out my locations, because people are kind of goofy, and some of the stuff that's been going on YouTube, I don't want to be I don't want to be a part of. I don't need pizzas delivered to my truck, or, the FBI showing up with their guns drawn, someone saying I'm beating my wife, some crap like that. So I'm being a little more vague on where I'm at. You climb towers for 20 years, Reddit, there you go. Oh, and then the other thing, when I'm on a high value load, you guys definitely don't know where I'm at. And I found it's just simpler to just give a location rather than say I can't say, because then people are, well, why can't you say? Work to live, not live to work. There you go, Brian. And that's how I've been doing it for 1,000 years. Is I've been working. I've been living to work, because that's all I would be doing, man. That's good, big dog. That's good. Yes, algorithms. You're right, Josh. That's how YouTube does everything. Hey, Rita, how you doing? Melissa's back in the back bunk. She's I don't think she's watching this. How's your lease going, Rita? Everything work itself out? Everything going good? The mover only works 6 months a year. If that's not living, I don't know what is. But for that 6 months, my brother-in-law was a mover, okay, and he was bust his ass in that moving industry. And 6 months a year, now you got 6 months off. So here's the thing: take your yearly income, cut it in half, and then spend 30% more than you normally would, because you're doing nothing except spending money. So there's goods and bads. When I worked in Burbank, I knew a couple guys that worked for the Burbank studios. They made a ton of money. One of them drove a honey wagon, made a ton of money, but it was very seasonal. He might work 2 months and then he's off 3. Work a month, off 3. It was, so he made good money, but at the end of the year, the money wasn't as good as what you made it out to be when they're saying, dude, I'm making $3,000 a minute. Yeah, well, you know what? There's 8 billion minutes in a year, and you're only working 500 minutes. So you're not making, even though you're making 8 zillion minutes, $8 zillion a minute, you're not working enough minutes to make it work good. That's just like in lease, when you're running these short loads. Damn, it's $3-4 a load. I mean, for this load, but it's so damn short, you're only making $500-600. And it can take 2 of your days up if you're not careful. So there's good and bad and everything. I don't mean to be a naysayer or trying to shoot down everything. I just, I'm a half. What do you always say, Melissa? My cup's always half empty.
Yeah.
Or is my brain leaking out my ears? What is it you always say? Well, I had your phone number back in the day. Oh, hell, I had your phone number back in the day. Okay. David, I run Walmart out of Sterling, Illinois. It's LTL. Some days are 14 hours and other days are 5. Mostly I'm delivering 2 to 4 stores. Okay, truck and hairball, and you make good money doing that, huh? Cool, Josh. Cool. So you got all kinds. My email, guys, I don't really check my email. And it doesn't notify me unless I put that as my primary email, and it's not. That's my old work email. So best way to hit me up is to just hit me up on Instagram, or you can text me if you got my phone number. Texting me is kind of sketchy, because if I'm driving, I don't read text while driving. I believe it or not, I don't. People who talk to me on the phone, they'll be like, they'll be at home. They'll say, hey, I'm sending this to you. And it's like, okay, I'll check it out when I stop. I just don't want to end up in a ditch and then have them pull my records and go, oh, look, you were freaking texting at this time. It just ain't the thing I want to have on my my DAC report. That's called swatting. Okay. Is that okay, David H? Just so you know, let's call the swatting. I think you're saying that's called swatting or something. Make sure your location on phone is not on, because you could be found. Just saying. Oh, man. There he is, Mr. Wilsterman. He is our local Californian Wilson driver. he just started leasing and hopefully is enjoying life. Headed to Fontana. He's going. You were just on home time, weren't you, Lucas? You going to pick up a trailer? You got a load yet? That's good, Rita. Glad to hear. Later, Josh. Have a good one, man. I just got a text and I can't really look at it because okay, somebody said hi. Well, hello. But it's just a phone number, so I don't know who it was. How did you ever figure out what was up with that radio? Are you talking about the CB? I emailed you a troubleshooting thing. Yeah, and I probably didn't answer it because I just never got it because I just don't, I forget about my email, man. The Walmart gig is 2. Mr. David, I have some questions. Do you mind if I call you tonight? I will be driving all night starting at 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. I would like to get your advice on some things. So 12:30, that's going to be 11:30 my time. Yeah, I should be on the road by then. Yeah, go for it, Rita. If I'm awake, I answer, as long as my phone rings, of course. If I don't answer for some reason, leave a message because then I know who it is. And I'm not sure if I have your phone number. I think you called me before. I can't remember because anyone who calls me, I always put their name in my phone so it pops their name up. So when I get a call from them, I know who it is and I'll answer. Because if I get just a random number calling me, depending on how I feel and what I'm doing, my answer might not answer. So if you leave a message, I'll get the message. Go, oh, okay, that's so-and-so. Let me call him back. The other thing, guys, is I do not talk on the phone when I'm in my last mile, which could be last 10 miles. It just depends if I've got all if I really got to pay attention to where I'm going. Lucas knows that. It's always, dude, last mile, I got to talk to you later, man. I like to concentrate on that last mile because I'm a big believer in not missing your turns. Wilson, so where's Dan? What's up, Timothy? How you doing, man? Tennis minutes. You're headed to Oregon. Dude, you are screwed, blued, and tattooed. And get those chains ready, buddy. I don't know for sure, Lucas, but I know it's snowing Sunday in a lot of places. I don't know about Oregon, man. I can't look, so... That was freaking... But you're not a sissy about snow like I am. The CB. Yeah, it was the antenna wire. The antenna wire, they changed the end of the antenna wire and then readjusted the length on the CB. And it seems to be working. But yeah, the cable was damaged at the end. It just wasn't making good contact. I do get, when I first got the CB installed and working, I seemed to get a lot of chatter on it, clear chatter. Now I'm kind of back to getting a lot of staticky, like maybe they're too far away or something, chatter, and not as much chatter. I should check it. I mean, I assume you should check every now and again to see if you've still got a good SWR. It's easy enough to do. Yeah, no, it's not working again. And let's see. Well, no, it's showing a good SWR, but it is showing an antenna warning. So I was told by the CB guy, if it's just showing an antenna warning, but the SWR is good, not to worry about it. He says this brand radio does that a lot. But he did say if I want to bring it in, he can adjust it to get rid of that. But it wasn't giving an antenna warning after they fixed it last time, so I don't know. I don't know, man. Oh, that was you. Okay. No wonder why there was no name involved. Okay, 903. It is a Texas number. I called Miss Melissa once a long time ago. Okay, yeah, I thought I remember you calling. Yeah, no problem, Rita. Just hit me up. I'll be on the road. Well, if I fall back asleep, I'll probably be on the road about 10 o'clock Central Time. But if I don't fall back asleep, I'll be on the road about 8 o'clock Central Time. Shut up, Lucas. It does not turn on your TV. Because you got a good CV. Okay. Don't matter, as I'm going to rip all apart, do it the old way and the right way. Rip it all apart. Okay. No problem, Rita. No problem. Guys, I always like to help any way I can. I always like helping people if I can. It's getting hot up here. I knew it is. Ah! What the frig was that? I thought to myself, it's getting hot up here. I go, you know what? I bet you now that I'm not back there in bed, she probably turned the air conditioner off. So I reached through the bottom of the curtain to feel any air, and I was going to open it so air can come through, and freaking something touched my hand. It was probably her feet.
It was like the,
It was your feet?
yeah.
That's what I thought. Damn weirdo. Well, even if I'm afraid to ask, where are yous? We're in Nebraska. You're serious? It turns on your freaking TV? Well, damn, man. I guess you get to watch TV while you're breaker in, man. Will it turn your TV off if you turn it off? That's weird, man. Back in the appliance industry, back in the early 2000s, 99, 2000, when appliances were really starting to go hardcore computer based, you used to turn your oven on and your microwave light would turn on, or you'd start your microwave and it'd turn your oven on. Things like that. Open your refrigerator door and you'd hear beep from the stove. And they realized that, you know, there's frequencies and stuff floating through the air from all this stuff, and sometimes it would send a signal to another appliance. So they started putting suppressors on them to keep that from happening. And it was kind of like a recall. We used to put ferrites on them. They were called bead ferrites, and you just took the handful of wires, and it was like a magnet thing that you clipped around the wires, and you had to zip tie them up and everything, and it would keep these stupid things from talking to each other. And then on the ranges, it was a little control board. They were as electric ranges only, a little control board we used to have to take the pigtail off of, put it on, and then put the pigtail back on. But yeah, appliances can do crazy things, man. Yeah, I was just going to ask that. Does it happen when you key the mic or when you turn the radio on and off? Oh yeah, they're starting to stack up to where I'm... Dude, last 2 days, when I wake up to go to work, I have to bang on the door to get somebody to move. Because they super trucker park so stacked out, I can't get out. Last night was questionable. I might, probably not have, but I might have. Maybe if I slid the tandems forward a little bit, I might have been able to get out. But I told Melissa, I go, you know what? I'm not going to be that guy that the tail swing of the truck comes around and hits the truck there, because you cut it so damn sharp and so close to that truck that goes, this guy was parked, so I really had to get out. You know, I had to really cut it hard to get out. I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that bangs on your sleeper and says, can you back up, pull forward, do one or the other, get the hell out of my way. I'm that guy. Polite though. And I've yet to have anybody give me attitude. Yet. I know there's going to be one time where the guy's going to look and go, you can get out of there, and just completely freak out, and then his airlines are going to go missing. But, you know. Ha ha ha. And you use it to cook. Ha ha. Radio. Gaga radio. Food radio. Timothy. Oh man, dude, I love microwave food. I love that. I mean, you can taste the radiation in it. It like makes your teeth glow. How do you think I keep such white pearly teeth? You know, I radiate them. But I'm actually hungry, man. I'm gonna probably make. Well, if Melissa's hungry, I'll probably. We were thinking about doing some vegetables and rice. If she's not hungry, She's probably not hungry because she had toast. Maybe I'll make a sandwich or something. Hot dog, I don't know. I don't know. As long as their butt cracks and dirty underwear don't show. Okay, as long as butt cracks and dirty underwear don't show. Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. The guys in the trucks, as long as their butt cracks and dirty underwear don't show. No, you know, it's funny because the couple guys that I've woken up, or anytime I've ever woken up a guy, they're always fully dressed. And I think it's because they know they're going to get woken up, so they want to be ready to move. Because I answer my damn door at Shippers and Receivers, and I'm in my wife beater and my chonies. I pull the blinds, go, what the heck do you want? You want me to move? Okay. I don't sleep. You know, if it's only going to be a few minutes, I might lay down dressed. But otherwise, man, screw laying down dressed. I'll knock myself up. I roll too much and move around too much. But anyways, guys, it was fun talking to you guys. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I got to get on the road about 10 o'clock tonight. I want to do over 500 miles tonight. So, I can't do over 500 miles. Well, yeah, I can. Just better. That's going to burn my clock. So I got to find somewhere I can park for sure, because I'm going to run my 70 down to zilch. I only have 10 hours, 37 minutes. All right, guys. Again, hit the like button on the way out. If you haven't, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Share it out. Tell your friends, trucker friends, non-trucker friends. There's something for everybody here. You know, it's just a good time. Just for you, I'm going to read Timothy's comment because it's hard for him to catch these videos because he's on a way different time than we are. Just for your info, half the European cookbook authorities freak out when they see your nuclear breakfast clip. When they seen your nuclear breakfast clip. They freaked out in a good way. They were like, damn, son, that's just badass. Come on, admit it, man. They seen that freaking blob of egg in there. I made another one the other day, Timothy. Maybe that's what I'll make. A bagel, a little cream cheese. They're small bagels, little cream cheese. Melissa tells me they're normal sized bagels, but I'm used to those big suckers. Little cream cheese, and I cook one egg in there and pour it on there, and it squish it, and it makes an egg sandwich. Anyways, later, dudes. Peace. Bink, 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 bink. Why ain't it shutting off?